Come back.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to Belize Talk Radio. And aren't we having fun with Corry McDermott? You know what? You're just a very entertaining. I know I say that all the time, but it's so true. You know, it's something that I know a lot of people don't know of you is what your last name means.
We're not what, dear?
Your last name means. You're Corry. Corry.
Mr. Corry.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But what's Cormac?
I think I'm Mr. Jerry, but he's gone up to heaven, and he's already talked to a friend of mine on the island. In fact, he's got Barry Bowen up there with him.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
They used to go and screw around a lot when they were both here on the island years ago. And he said to my friend, he said, keep that brother of mine down there, because he said, I'm enjoying heaven. So I got a lot of years to go.
Well, that's a really good thing, because Jerry was very forceful like that, wasn't he?
Jerry and Barry, they had a great life, and they helped create the island. There was about 6 of us that created the island, or it would have been back to a little fishing village of 600-800 people. Is Barry Bowen, Jerry McDermott, John Edwards, who's in Honduras, Ian Ritchie, my partner, myself, and Jeff Pierce, and some of the parents, Jim and Dick and George, who just passed away. But these are a few of the people that put their hearts and the money into creating something that had no electricity, no water. One summer we had to bring 35,000 gallons of water from, and it was on a molasses barge.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Here you got your water, you look at your water, and you don't know whether it's pea or molasses. Well, they said it was molasses, but you don't really know.
So where did they get the water from?
From the mainland.
So from like Belize City?
We could have had a pipeline going. There's 10,000 acre piece of land over on the mainland there. There's fresh water that we could have done. Barry Bowen wanted, but the local boys didn't have the Medita that Barry wouldn't give them, and so they passed on that. So they built this thing that we have today, and we could have had all the water we wanted, much less price and everything else. But remember this, in any community, whether it's in Belize, the States, Europe, Asia, doesn't matter. The people that have lived there, even the Aborigines of Australia that lived there for hundreds of years, and then when others come in that have an inventive nature, that they have been able to do things in a more advantageous way and more enjoyable, or more financially, or more physically, or materially, that these people didn't have. These people were certain ones of the community, that the community looked at them. They were the stand-up people of the community. And it takes many years to allow an outsider, because I've tried to give them my planning material that I did in the United States and other information of how to create a better utilities for, and Ramon and I, for the community. But so far I've never been able to, but I've helped with the community, I've done different things. And so that's what you have to know. But the greatest asset that you will receive when you come here, any of you, from Canada, Australia, China,
from everywhere,
US, wherever in the world, yeah, is the asset of the people's desire to please you and enjoy their island. They are very proud of their island. Excuse me. I get a little emotional. They are very proud of their island, and they love people to come here. And some of the things that we've done in the past to help them feel that outsiders weren't going to rape their land, they weren't going to take everything and push them back like they did in Cancun. And so this is one of the great things that when you come here, it's probably one of the few places. First of all, it's English speaking. We've had no insurrection for over 200 years. We've had no bank failures.
Yep.
Our deposit ratio, you have to keep, central bank says that you have to keep 27% of all your deposits in government bonds or securities, whereby we have higher interest rates than people elsewhere. But in the States, they only have a deposit factor, and that's why they're in the economic problems they're having today of 7%.
There's a big difference between 27% and 7%.
People came and did this and that.
That's why
we are the only English-speaking country in all of Central and South America. And when you look at the whole Caribbean, especially at Ambergris Caye, we do have cruise ships come here, but they can't come in through the reef here.
Yeah.
It's not available to them. They come and enjoy. We have some of the most beautiful reefs in the world. As you know, we're second to Australia.
But we have the longest barrier reef that is alive.
Yes,
that's alive.
On the Western Hemisphere, we have the largest. You're correct. Mm-hmm. It starts below Cancun, goes all the way to Honduras.
You know, that's really impressive, because if you think about Belize, is a very small country, and it's not really long, but yet we have the longest barrier reef.
We have
amazing.
We have natural assets, Macarena, such as the reef, like you say. We have the Blue Hole. We have approximately 300 island keys, and we don't call them like Florida, K-E-Y-S. We call them C-A-Y-E-S. And I had to tell my son-in-law, no, it ain't K, it's Key.
It's Key.
With a C-A-Y-E.
We get that all the time, don't we? They're like,
Absolutely.
Is it Ambergris Caye or K? How do I say it? I'm like, however you say it.
But as you go up here again, we have the only jaguar preserve in all the world. We love our nature. We love our natural. We have one of the largest forests and preserves of anywhere, of a small country, 170 miles long by 70 miles wide. We have many, many Mayan ruins, such as Xcalat, such as Altenha. When you look at the difference between them and Tikal, when they unearthed, just before they unearthed the latest one, I'm trying to remember the one that goes in
Caracol.
Caracol.
Yeah, Caracol.
We got to meet with the Dr. Price, Price. He and his wife, a Pennsylvania anthropologist that helped unearth Caracol before they put it open to the public. And here are these two statues with their the Prince of Tikal and Caracol overcame the warriors of Tikal, and how they showed the people of Belize, which was then called British Honduras for a while, they put the testicles of the prince around their necks and showed them off the people. When we were there, it's interesting. When they unearthed the top Mayan temple, they found out that there was a woman also in a coffin, which in Mayan history had never. When the man was buried, the prince or the king or the man was buried, he had his family, but they were buried away from his wives, his children, his concubines, his mistresses, whatever he had. And here was a woman within the second or third layer at the top of it. Very interesting. Like I say, I've had anthropology. I love history, and as we go. But anyway, to get back to Ambergris Caye, you ask about, well, how do we get in there? You go to other parts of the Caribbean, you go to Miami, then you fly over to either Barbados, or you fly to,
You mean to get to Belize?
You fly to, excuse me.
San Pedro.
No, I'm talking about the Caribbean. And all these other places, you get an island hop here, there, and everything else to get to St. Lucia or the Barbados or whatever else. And they all are mainly very, very commercial. I could have bought property there many years ago. I avoided that and I had property in Honduras. I gave that up. Friends of mine are having problems getting their money out of Honduras.
Yes, they are.
And so I'm very blessed that I took the right avenue to have all my money here, and I'm only 81 3/4 young, and you say, well, I'm 50, I'm 55. First of all, people do never use the word old.
Because you don't want to be.
Older.
That's like,
I'm older than you. You're older than somebody else.
but you
You're
said be
older than your kids.
positive only,
I
positive.
came up with a thought last night. I would rather be a young 82 than an old 62.
Ooh, touche.
Many people at 62
Touche.
act like 80, and there's a few of us that are in our 80s that act like 60. I still dance on tables. People
excuse
with
me?
artificial knees
Excuse
when
me?
Janet is not here.
You dance on tables.
Yeah, Fido's over in San Pedro. But I do a little strip, but I always wear a pair of black
You know
Speedo.
what? I have to, oh dear Lord, I have to tell you, we're at the end of our show. You've got to come back and do another show with us, will you?
All right, yeah, sure.
I think you and I could do shows and shows and shows and shows that just never go on, right?
You know, Emery used to do a weekly
Dear Emery.
and I've kind of taken up his cause, but I've written things badly. I've written that.
Oh no, we're gonna save that for another show.
We're gonna do good things.
We're gonna only do
We'll
good
talk about
things.
that.
Thank you for being on the show again, Corry. It's absolutely an honor. You've been listening to Belize Talk Radio with Corry McDermott. Wow. We're going to do another show, no doubt. We're going to just have to do another show with this man. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day on the Overseas Radio Network.